Hello and welcome once again to Everything Worth Knowing Rescue News. We hope you're all having a good day. We'd just like to take time to say at this time, if there's anything we've missed and you feel you need to bring our attention to, please either comment on the blog or leave us a message on our Facebook page. Our lead story today comes out of California, where a cop thought it was okay to shoot 5 pit bulls who were caged in an animal control facility. Seems the dogs had been surrendered by a couple who said that they were aggressive. Okay, people who don't know pit bulls can't necessarily control them. I'll give you that. However, this cop claims that he called a vet to euthanize the dogs, but the vet couldn't come to the facility. So they decided to take the dogs to the vet. When they approached the cage to open it and take the dogs out, allegedly, the dogs began to attack. Now, I have a problem with this. If you throw any dog in a kennel, it doesn't matter what breed it is, it's not a normal situation for that dog. When you approach that kennel, the dog is going to get excited and approach the door to the kennel. That doesn't mean it's aggressive or attacking. I think this cop let his fear of dogs get away from him. Anyway, irregardless, he opened fire in a shelter on 5 dogs who couldn't run from him. It was a massacre. Quite frankly, I see no reason why they couldn't have given the dogs a reprieve until the vet was able to attend. Personally, I don't think they should have been euthanizing them anyway before trying to rehabilitate them, but, that's my opinion. If you've got to euthanize the dogs, shooting them is really not the way to go. I have a serious problem with this case because it was a matter of maybe a day before the vet could attend. I think this was a case of a trigger-happy cop who just wanted to shoot something and the opportunity presented itself. He should be ashamed of himself, and I really hope that this is reviewed. A dog named Thor was impounded in Denmark back in September for an incident in which he bit a small dog. The German Shepherd was scheduled for euthanasia this past Wednesday, but it seems Thor got a reprieve when someone dressed as a police officer entered the kennel in which he was being held and walked out with him. We'll bring you more on this as we have it. The police were determined to find the dog and carry out the euthanization. Personally, I think they should just leave it alone. It's not their problem anymore. Seems a man in Jackson, Tennessee is a little homophobic about his dog. Apparently, he recently walked into the Jackson, Tennessee High Kill shelter and surrendered the dog. His excuse for giving up the dog was gay. Now, I'm not joking. That's what he told them. The dog is gay. The dog would have lost his life if not for an internet story about the entire thing. And let me tell you something. I've heard some really out there excuses for giving up an animal, but I've never heard that one before. Are you ready for this one? Seems a man discovered that sperm whale vomit might actually save his financial situation. While walking on the beach with his dog found a 6-pound stinky glob of the stuff that had washed up on the beach, and she just wouldn't leave it alone. This guy couldn't figure out what it was, so he went home and did some research on the internet. Turns out it's possibly sperm whale vomit, and apparently it's valuable. This 6-pound chunk could fetch upwards of 100,000 pounds. Who knew? A Missouri man accused of shooting a dog 12 times, strangling it with an electrical cord, and leaving it in a dumpster to die has had all charges against him dismissed. Apparently, the witness in the case, who stated that they saw the man standing over the dumpster holding a gun, is now refusing to cooperate, and the case can no longer go ahead. Unfortunately, it's just one more case of someone getting away with attempted murder. We see it all the time. Would they have dismissed this case if it was a human case? Somehow I doubt it. Well, that's all we have for you today, everybody. Join us next week for more Everything Worth Knowing Rescue News. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.